I've owned the Camano since '93, and in fact I've owned two of them.
I've used it on the coast, the Pacific coast of British Columbia, been around Vancouver Island, up on the central coast. I'm primarily a cruiser.
Well, I like the comfort and I like the size. It's very easy to handle and I can handle it.
We think we were at or maybe just below 2 gallons per hour, going like say up all the way up Jervis Inlet, the Princess Louisa Inlet. You know, and it's a nice cruising speed when you want to look at the mountains, you want to look at the scenery. You don't want to be going, you don't need to go fast.
One of the things we like about the Camano is it's primarily just for us. It is a wonderful cruising couple boat. It's our very first boat. We've never had a boat before, and the moment we walked on board with the visibility, we said, this is our boat.
I just think that their construction quality is unsurpassed.
We have great storage on the Camano. The first time we went out, I packed for a week, and after that I decided, no, I can do 2 weeks at a time and it all fits.
I first saw a Camano about 9 years ago and I fell in love with the boat. It took me until 5 years ago to find one that I could afford. I've had this boat 5 years and every year I like the boat better than the year before. It answers all my cruising needs.
As a passenger on Camano, I guess the first thing I liked was the way it handled so comfortably, and really as the weather got rougher, the boat seemed to even get better, and I felt very, very confident in the way it handled rough water, comfort of the ride. Just that was the most important thing to me. I felt safe.
One of the things I like about the boat, and particularly in weather, is its ability to travel at any speed that I choose. So if I need to travel at hull speed, 7, 8 knots, something like that, I can do that. If I need to get out of a choppy sea, I can bring the speed up all the way up to 17, 18 knots. And for me, one of the big advantages of the boat is being able to travel at any speed in between hull speed and right up on plane.
Handling, safety, and just the freedom, being able to go wherever you want in the water.
I think most of all we feel secure on it, no matter what seas we're in.
I can do pretty much everything that I can do at home on this boat, including gardening. I have a hanging basket and a pot to take with me. It's very functional. I like to entertain a lot. When Camano people do that as well. Yesterday I cooked a roast in the oven for an hour and a half while I sat on the back deck having a glass of wine with a friend.
I get to meet new people and I get to talk to them, like swap phone numbers and addresses and stuff like that.
I like the flying bridge.
Of all the boats I tried, this had the best visibility. It was the simplest in design. It looked like it would be the most maintenance-free that I could find.
I bought a Camano because it is the biggest little boat that I was able to find.
I think it's a beautiful boat to look at. I'm able to run it very efficiently. If I want to, it's slow and not use much fuel, but if I want to get away from something that's nasty, like a storm, I can go fast and get out of there. So I have the choice.
Well, we took a 6-week trip to the Alaska border and back, and all the inlets in between up the BC coast.
Camano is very demanding in the quality of the products that they buy from our company. They're always looking for the best quality that's available and are always looking for improved quality whenever it comes around.
The best part of the Camano, I think, is the large salon. It just accommodates so many people, and it's just so roomy. You just don't ever feel cramped.
I like the head.
Well, we're completely impressed with the way Camano builds their boats. They're top quality. A lot of time is spent on analyzing what product's going to work best, how it's going to work, and we're really finding that we've got to do a lot of thorough research to get our product out and onto those boats.
I like the Camano galley because it's all there. I don't have to move around a lot. I'm functional. If it's wavy, I can grab onto something. The stove is right here, my sink is here, and the refrigerator is right behind me, so I can reach everything, cook. I have plenty of space, it's clean, and it has all the tools that I need to do it.
It's a rock solid boat, and you can take it through some weather that most of my other boating friends with larger, we won't mention brand names, but other larger boats will not go out in. We've had several instances where I've been out in 4 to 5 foot rollers in areas like Malaspina where my friends turned around, went back, and we just kept plugging away, and it's a solid boat. You don't even notice that you're in the seas.
Let me talk about the sleeping accommodations. My husband is 6'3", and I am smaller, and in the past we have been rather crowded and had to sleep separately. So on this boat, we can sleep together.
Yeah, the reliability of the Volvo engines, number one, the Volvo engine that we sell to Camano that fits perfect into the Camano boat. And again, good quality, very good reliability, and we use those in water taxi crew boats, probably more than pleasure boats. So we have a very high regard for those engines, obviously, in that environment as well as the pleasure environment.
When Camano chooses the hardware that they put on their boats, they have, in most cases, have a choice of several different types of hardware for any given application. And I would say that without exception, they always choose the very best quality.
There's no question that the financial viability of a company that sells boats is important to the buyers. And in your case, you know, the company has been around for 10 years. It's grown steadily. It's grown based on working capital developed within the company, and it's always been well managed. So I guess I should say one thing that, if I can talk about the sort of financial aspect of the company a little bit, is that there's one expense that seems to be very, very small all the time, and that is the warranty expense. And that is kind of remarkable because in many, you know, that's often a very large expense, and in your business, you obviously build the boat right the first time.